Hi, it's Dr. Jan with some wise words to work with. And I'm going to talk to you today about what you can do if you're a leader in an organization or a supervisor where there have been allegations of workplace bullying. The first mistake that leaders often make is they just brush it under the carpet. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is take it seriously. Okay, and the reason that you often and leaders often don't take it seriously is because the allegations are made by the target, in which in your organization, the bully has very likely weaved a manipulative narrative about the target who's making these allegations against the bully that are false. So they might say that the person is a problem, they're not doing their job, and they're very likely the bully is running to your office telling you these things on a pretty regular basis, and that might be the reason you believe it. So you have to take it seriously, even if you don't like the person that's making the allegations. It is not your job to like people in the workplace and to codify what people have said in the workplace based on whether you like them or not. That's not your job as a leader. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay. So you need to take it seriously. The second thing you need to do is you need to really look at your bias against the target or the person who's making the allegations. And you also need to look at your bias about the bully. Okay. Because very likely the very person who's making the allegations is the person you've already deemed as the problem in the workplace. And the person they're making the allegations against, the bully, is someone that you probably have developed a relationship with because the bully has cultivated that relationship with you for the very reason that you won't do anything about workplace bullying. Okay, so you have to really look at that and look at it objectively. And secondly, what you also have to do is you have to investigate. Okay, so you have to go out again and put your objective lenses on. I have prescription lenses, bifocals, progressive lens. I need to take those off and put an objective pair of lenses on that I can really see what's happening. Because it is guaranteed that if there are allegations of workplace bullying, they're happening, you're not seeing them, or you're choosing not to see them. Okay, so in meetings, there's unprofessional behavior happening. You're just not recognizing it as workplace bullying. So you have to investigate. Okay, you have to investigate and do that objectively. Okay, the other thing is you have to talk to the person who's being those allegations are made. And I will guarantee you 100% across the board is that you're going to want to get involved with who's telling the truth. Okay, is the target telling the truth? Is the bully telling the truth? It doesn't matter who's telling the truth. Okay, it does, but it doesn't. Okay, let me just explain that comment for just a second. Because what's happening in bully culture is that it's dysfunctional. Okay, everybody is engaging in unprofessional behavior. The bully is manipulating that and engaging and encouraging and supporting that. So they are the ones who are the major problem. But everybody across the board in your organization has engaged in unprofessional behavior. And so when you get into this idea of who's right and who's wrong, you are like a hamster on a wheel, because once you think you got it, then something else happens. So targets have engaged in unprofessional behavior. Bystanders have engaged in unprofessional behavior. Bullies have engaged in unprofessional behaviors, and bullies have orchestrated unprofessional behavior. Okay. And so what you have to do is you have to pull that bully aside and say, here's the standard of professional behavior. Here's how I'm going to hold you accountable. And we're going to do A, B, and C. Okay. You don't have to make a public announcement right at a meeting and say, Jan is a workplace bully and she's doing X, Y, Z. No, you can do those things privately. Okay, and hold me accountable. The thing is as soon as you pull me into your office, okay, the bully's going to say, are you going to hold me accountable? Because history shows if I do X, Y, and Z, you're going to back off. Okay, so when you bring a bully into your office and say, here's the professional standard, here's the line in the sand, you're not going to cross it. Okay. And here's how we're going to get you to develop your skills, and you're going to stop doing bullying sorts of things. They're going to cross the line. And so you have to be prepared for that. And then you have to pull the reins back and say, here's the line. We're not going to do these things. The other thing too, at the same time you're working with that bully to develop their skills, to hold them accountable, it's always a good idea too, to have the conversations about what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Okay. Because everybody has engaged in unprofessional behavior because that's the standard of behavior in bully culture. You need to rework the culture with the standard of professional behavior. So you have to work with the bully privately. You have to ensure that they're not retaliating. You have to protect the target, but you also have to weave in new professional standards. Okay. And these are not things that will happen overnight. Okay. These are ongoing. And actually, you should be doing these things and talking about professional standards and holding people accountable. And not only just holding people accountable, but helping them develop themselves professionally. Okay. So lots of times supervisors and leaders think that when they're holding bullies accountable, that they're hurting them. That is 100% wrong. Because a bully right now, if you have a workplace bully, okay, they're hamsters on wheels, just spinning themselves around, okay? They're just going around and around and around, doing what works for them professionally, and that's bullying. And they're not making professional growth, okay? And actually, that behavior is hurting you and your business, okay? So by helping a bully get off the hamster wheel and learn better, more professional skills, what's happening is you're actually helping them grow professionally. Okay. And if they don't like it, what will happen is they'll cycle out of your organization, but your organization will benefit by having a good standard of professional behavior and one that you work with people to help them grow professionally. And that's a great way to work with the workplace bully and to help revamp your workplace culture from one of the toxicity and dysfunction to wellness and health. Thank you so much. Please comment, like, and subscribe and share. I'd love to hear from you. If there's something you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. And you can always email me at jan@stopbullyculture.com. And thanks. I'll see you next time.